Yes, hi guys, thank you so much for coming back. Remember, it's Mex from the Mexcreationtv, and I am Mex, my other travel channel. On my TikTok account, I still use the same name, Mexcreationtv. Same YouTube account, Mexcreationtv. Yes, I have my other travel channel, which talks about the hidden gems, best places to visit in Qatar, which is called I Am Mex. Yes, we talk about different things, by the way. I'm very happy. Thank you so much for guys that have been following me, that have been able to follow me. Thank you so much for that wonderful support in any way. Yes, we talk about security companies, we talk about companies. Yes, well, some of us will never get, will have to appreciate, and we'll all have to be happy. Because when we came into the country, we came as a security guard, we have to be happy. I'm proud being a security guard at whatever period I worked with that company, my company. Yes, most of you have been trying to ask me to compare, to give a small insight of some of these companies, and well of good, I'll try to give an insight. Most of you are asking me regarding to what you call Alsraiya Security Company, SS. Yes, well, I can't really. I'm not going to talk about bad about the company. No, I know most of you are watching there and you're in the same company. But remember, I was in the same company. And before, the conditions were even tougher than what is happening here. The conditions were tougher than what maybe you're experiencing. But let us try not talk about the bad things, the bad side of it all. Let us try to talk about the other perspective of work and what should be with the company, what you need to know. Yes, when you look at Alsraiya Security Company, yes, it's a very good company. And I'm just going to give you my insights, definitely, for you to help you to understand what the whole company. Yes, let us try to look at the company itself. It was opened in 2015. Most of you will agree with me. SS, it was established in 2015, and I'm sure most of you who joined the company in 2015, if you're still there in the same company, bravo. Those that joined the company in 2016, if you are still there, bravo. Yes, those are the pioneers of the company. It was a very small company. I remember that time with very few cars. I think 1 or 2 cars were in the company. And still, what I remember people who came between that period, they're being given a basic of 500. Most of you who are in the company right now, you should be very lucky that the basic is 1,000. That's why I say things keep on changing. But before, the basic salary of SS was 500. But remember, something like I don't want to forget about the company. They will still give you the money, and they will still give you the money in that agreed time, or even subsidy. However, most of people use the money wrongly in that way, but that does not come on the side of the company itself. It comes on what we call the personal management. Yes, when you look at SS, it was established in 2015. Yes, Alsraiya Security Company, SS. However, something that I need to remind you now, SS has become one of the leading companies in Qatar. Gradually, when you look at most of the location, at least every part of Qatar, you will never find a project that is not manned by SS. Most of the projects, you'll find SS being manned with manned guards in any way. Let us try to look at what services. Alsraiya offers what you call manned services. The guards, we look at the guards, the statistic guards, the patrol guards, search duties. Yes, those are part of the services. They're also involved in what you call event security. Event security is event management, stadium, crowd management, parties, organization, celebrations. You'll find Alsraiya Security Services. Most of you will agree with me. People are still working in SS. Bravo. Thank you so much for the effort. The supervisors, wherever is there, please, I'm not going to fail to mention. Yes, but I will still have to appreciate you in any way. Then we look at electronic security. SS provides what you call security. This looks like people have seen them doing what you call cash money. Cash money, surveillance, fire alarms, access control. They even have a construction company. Yes, cash solution, cash management. Yes, we've seen them have cash security or cash transition in different banks in any way. Then we'll have risk management and consultancy. Yes, most of you will agree with me. If you need some information regarding risks and the rest, they have that department that comes. However, something that you definitely should understand, what are the requirements for you to work in SS? The requirements, one of them, you need to have what you call a valid NOC. NOC, let's say for example, you need to change from one company to another, then definitely you need to have what you call a valid NOC for you to change. Then prior experience, yes, you must have experience working in this security company. Yes, it's It's very important, and you must be physically fit. That is also a priority, because remember, most of the duties or most of the working hours surpass 12 hours. For those projects that you find that are 8 hours, yes, they are good projects that you find 8 hours. But however, there are those projects where you will have to have 12 hours of duty. So meaning that you must be, as an individual, you must be fit for you to be. Yes, most of us will agree that this company will say we have monitor entrances. Yes, we look at the main duties of a security guard in SS. There are normal security duties like any other company. However, strictness also, smartness is emphasized in one way or the other. So definitely, if you are working there, then definitely you will agree with me that smartness and strictness is sometimes allowed, or sometimes followed, especially when it comes to some particular projects. Most of you will agree with me, those that are working in the PAL. We have the PAL Qatar, the UDC project. Most of you will agree with me that there's a lot of strictness coming to what you call what you should do and what you should not do. But however, some of these kind of things sometimes left for us to train us in any way or the other, in any regard. Yes, we have working hours and benefits. Yes, you find that the minimum pay is 1,500. Yes, you'll agree with me, people, depending on which kind of project you're working, the minimum pay is 1,500. Yes, that is per month. However, you find that sometimes the work is full or 6 days, depending on which kind of project you are working. You may work 6 days, then 1 day will be off, depending on the shift or depending on the kind of arrangements with your supervisors. So you are less assured that at least in a month, the minimum in a month, you will have 2 days off given to you as a security guard in SS. Yes, as people worked, as we worked there, definitely that's what was happening. Accommodation is being provided by the company. For people who are in SS, you will agree with me. Transportation is provided by the company. Though some cases it may be. However, still something that I need to remind you, the contract matters, the contract that you sign, because we come from different countries and we come from different areas. All of us have different contracts. So find out the contract and find out that, then definitely you'll understand what's all about. When you look at application process, yes, application process, normally the company may recruit through what you call career pages, hire process, free recruitment services, or even use some kind of agents that definitely will agree with me. Yes, let us try to look at the pros and the cons of what you call working in security. Unlike the challenges, all security companies here have challenges, or all companies may have their challenges. But however, we cannot overemphasize on looking at the challenges, but also we have to emphasize also to look at what we call the benefits of working in that company. Yes, you look at the pros. Let us look at. It is well established. First of all, let us try to look at the advantages. It's well established companies, and there's a lot of opportunities for you once you can be able to pass through or prove yourself. You can move through other lines like supervisors, cash. You can try to move in those areas. However, you need to be tactically smart for you to be selected or to be chosen as one of those people to belong in those lines. Yes, training services are usually given, and you'll agree with me, most of you or all of you now working in SS, you must have what you call the Ministry of Interior badge, because it's a requirement for everyone. Then we look at the usual openings. Yes, there are usually openings that definitely come available, different roles. However, the selection process may be a little bit lagging, but however, you need to prove a point to yourself that you can manage, and you have to prove out yourself aggressively if you want to have advancements in any position that you need. Yes, most of you will agree with me that supervisors in different projects, yes, and people have been able to get higher increment depending on one or whatever. Then we look at challenges. We look at some of the challenges. Sometimes pay may be relatively a little bit late, but it does not go beyond 15. To some cases, it does not go beyond 15. You'll agree with me, by date 7, you'll have your payment. I'm not the PR of the company, but I'm telling you what I experienced and what I passed through. I'm sure I am talking the right information, and I liked the company. Yes, it groomed me in some way or that. It gave me the opportunity to work, and it gave me the perspective for me to live and to be that individual. Yes, we look at, although there are some issues that may come in, yes, workers, grievance, but definitely you'll agree with me that this is something that definitely you as an individual, you need to appreciate, and you need to accommodate yourself and say, yes, it is well that is the better opportunity for us to live. So I've given you an insight. For you're planning to go to SS work and under SS, yes, definitely as an individual, this is what you need to understand, and this is what you need to know as an individual for that regard. Hope I've tried to share something for you. Thank you so much. Sorry, it's Mex from the Mexcreationtv, trying to give you an insight of living this country and better enjoy this country in any way or the other, and living this country amicably. However, in this regard, by the way, is it your first time? Don't hesitate to follow and don't hesitate to subscribe.